Hello friends, followers, and students. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a little stretching and strengthening video. I know a lot of us are locked at home right now, so I figured why not share an online class with you. Today we're going to be focusing on our splits as well as just some conditioning that we can do at home that will be good for pretty much any style of dance, but also really lending to aerial and acrobatic stuff. We'll do a little bit of focus on balancing as well, and if you like this video, I will be putting out more throughout the next few weeks. So let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up, arms out to the side, feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider, and we'll be doing a plie with little circles, arms moving forward. And then we'll move into bigger circles. And then we'll do little circles backwards, same thing with the leg. Now that we're getting a little bit further in, try to get a deeper plie, it'll warm you up faster. And then big circles backwards, same thing. The lower you get, the quicker you're going to get warm here. And if you aren't warm yet, you can throw a few of these in. I'm feeling pretty warm, so I'm just going to get straight into the stretching. So one leg is going to be facing towards the side of your mat, one towards the front, coming down with a flat back. If you need blocks for this next part, you could even just grab pillows and put them on either side of you. If you don't, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. We're going to be pointing our back foot and flexing the front one, and we'll do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last one. Transfer the weight into that front foot. We're going to do 10 needles. So what I want you to focus on here is really straight leg, pointed toe, tossing the leg up. And if you have mirrors, make sure you're not staring at them. Look behind you to keep your alignment right. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, you're going to want to hold, really squeeze your glutes so that you can hold this position. And then if you want a little bit of a challenge, we'll float it up. Keeping that leg directly behind us, trying to plant your weight between all 4 parts of the foot. If you want more of a challenge, you can try to grab this back ankle. And then we'll bring the leg out, we'll ramajam around, trying to keep the hips square, bring that heel forward first, cross it over, and sit. Those of you who take my class, you know you need to hold a stretch for about 30 seconds for it to work. Well, we'll chill out in this one for a little while, and if you fall out at any point, just get back in. It's totally fine to fall out when you're first learning these. Even if you've been working on them for a while, it's quite difficult. And leg comes back around, we'll try to bring it all the way around in our ramajam again, and pop it into a lunge, low lunge. So now that we're here, things to note, you want to make sure that your leg's coming directly out of the ground. You don't want to be over your knees or too far back. It should be just straight out of the ground. As we do this lunge sequence, I want you to keep your back flat. So if that means grabbing some pillows on either side of you, that is perfectly fine. Go for it. It will be more beneficial than having a hunched back here. So we're going to bring the hands down, pushing back into a flex foot, again, really keeping this back flat here, and we'll go back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold forward. If you want more of a stretch here, you can bring your hands up, really thinking about keeping your weight right over top of your hips. This is going to really help with splits if that's something you're working on. And then we're going to bring the hands down again, push back with the flex foot, really thinking about flattening that back out, keeping the hips square. Almost this leg that's out in front, you want to think about pulling it back so that your hips are actually square. And then moving back into a lunge, we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the leg. If this is a good stretch, show it here. If you need more, you can lower it down to your elbows. And then bringing it up again. And we'll push back, flexed foot. This time we're going to turn out. So think about this turn out initiating from your hips, not from your knee or your ankle. And it will feel a little bit like a different stretch in your calf here, but that's fine. Just go to where you feel a nice stretch. And then we'll bring it forward again. This time we're going to roll onto the outside of the foot. Hands again inside the leg. If you need more of a stretch, you can again lower it down. And then coming up. Now we're going to push it back, pointed toe. So really thinking about pulling this leg back, squaring the hips flat back. And you should feel this along your shin. And then we'll pop into one last lunge. Again, if you want more of a stretch, just bringing your weight right above the hips there. Okay, now we're going to work on our side splits a little bit. So pushing back, we want to keep this front leg straight and really think about pointing through your toe as well as your ankle here. I tend to see a lot of this in my classes, so really think about pointing through that ankle. We're going to keep that leg straight and just go down to where you feel a nice stretch. It's also super important that we keep this knee directly underneath us. You don't want it turning out to the side. That can cause knee issues. Been there, done that. It is not fun, so keep that directly underneath you. And I know that will make it harder to do your splits, but it will be worth it. And then we're going to chill out here for a while, because to get our splits, it does take sitting in them. Really think about relaxing the muscles in your leg. I tend to tense up this front leg, so I have to think about relaxing those as I do these splits. And again, we really want to keep the hips square, so both sides of your hips should be facing straight forward. If you want to keep chilling out here, that's fine. If you want a bit more of a deeper stretch, we can bring it forward. And bring it up. Again, you can just chill out here if you want to. If you want a different kind of stretch, you can arch your back into this as well and feel that a bit more in here. Okay, and then we'll roll out towards the side of the leg that is in front. If you want to shake it out, go for it. And we'll do it all again on the other side. So coming up, one leg faces the front of the mat, one leg faces the side, coming down flat back. Bring it down all the way, and we'll point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,